This was following Tesla explores investment opportunities in Indonesia. To boost its online sales, Matahari Putra Prima collaborates with Tokopedia. Good afternoon, viewers in Indonesia and Singapore. Market Headlines is ready to provide you a number of information from business, economic, and capital market sectors. With me, Clara Antawijaya, and this is Market Headlines. Yes, viewers, let's open up market headlines with the news regarding electric vehicle. Yes, CEO of Tesla and a founder of SpaceX, Elon Musk, is about to explore investment opportunities in Indonesia regarding electric vehicle and also space launch. This was following a talk with President Joko Widodo and the Coordinating Ministry for Maritime Affairs and Investment, Luhut Binsar Panjaitan, over telephone. Elon Musk, the founder and chief executive officer of electric car company Tesla and aerospace company SpaceX, said over the telephone that he would send a team to Indonesia next month to look into details about investment opportunities. The discussions between Musk, Jokowi, and Luhut followed up on Luhut's visit to the United States last month. At that time, Luhut had to cancel a scheduled meeting with Musk, as later contracted by COVID-19. From all sources, IDX Channel. The Associations of Indonesian Travel Companies, or ASITA, welcomes the 2021 MotoGP Mandalika event. The associations hopes that this international event can restore the Indonesian tourism industry, which is still sluggish due to COVID-19 pandemic.
The Associations of Indonesian Travel Companies, or ASITA, welcomes the 2021 MotoGP Mandalika event. ASITA Deputy Chairperson Budianto Ardiansyah is optimistic that the MotoGP event in Mandalika can improve the recovery of Indonesian tourism, which is currently sluggish due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Even he hopes that the event will be on time and not backward from the planned schedule because it will have a big influence of the Indonesian economy, especially the progress of tourism in the eastern Indonesia.
Kita berharap ini juga akan menjadi salah satu kebangkitan bagi pariwisata Indonesia, kebangkitan pariwisata bagi Nusa Tenggara Barat, bagi Pulau Lombok, ya, dan juga bagi pariwisata Indonesia. Ke depan kita berharap tentu saja event daripada sirkuit ini bisa dilaksanakan dengan profesional, ya, sehingga semua industri pariwisata, semua industri olahraga dan sebagainya akan mendapatkan manfaat dari adanya sirkuit internasional ini.
Previously, the enthusiasms of MotoGP Indonesia fans can be seen from the sale of 10,000 pre-booked tickets before the MotoGP event was held in Mandalika in the next year. From Jakarta, De Firmansyah for IDX Channel.
Yes, it is confirmed that Indonesia is about to stage World Superbike event, so-called as a MotoGP. And of course, the Ministry of Public Works and Housing keeps moving forward to emphasize the development of Mandalika infrastructure in Nusa Tenggara Barat. The Ministry of Public Works and Housing continues to develop the infrastructure for the National Tourism Strategic Area in Mandalika, Lombok to become a world-class tourist destination. And this is in line with the planned implementations of MotoGP at Mandalika circuit in 2021. The Federations International de Motorcyclists and the Dorna WSBK organization jointly announced that Indonesia would host a round of World Superbike Championship, which is slated to be held at the Mandalika racetrack on November 14, 2021. The government is optimistic that the upcoming MotoGP event will increase Indonesia's tourism industry, and therefore government takes the development extra serious.
Mandalika 831. Mandalika ini tidak hanya untuk MotoGP, yaitu membangun jalan dari bandara ke Mandalikanya, tapi juga sampai ke 3 gili terowongan, gili air dan gili satunya lagi saya lupa, mohon maaf, dan sampai ke Gunung Rinjani, kawasan-kawasan wisata yang ada di NTB. Jadi ini memang kita cetakan untuk dapat mengupgrade tujuan wisata di NTB.
To support MotoGP, which is planned to be held at Mandalika Circuit, the ministry is building the Lombok International Airport via Mandalika Bypass Road. And this road will be completed before MotoGP event in Indonesia begins in 2021. From Jakarta, Adi Firmansyah for IDX Channel. Humanity may have been excited by the COVID-19 vaccine's prospects, but outside of it, will everyone have access to the vaccines? Government has set out a plan to give free vaccines as well as to roll out the paid ones. And according to plan, the ratio will be 70% free and 30% self-paid. House of Representatives requested that the ratio of free COVID-19 vaccine will be aided for more. Currently, the ratio of free program vaccines to self-paid vaccines is 30% versus 70% for the free ones. House of Representatives believes that the self-paid vaccines will oppress the people. Moreover, in economic crisis due to the COVID-19 pandemic, in the upcoming 2021, there will be additional burdens with the increase in BPJS health premium, and therefore the government must provide free vaccines. The Director General of Budget of Finance Ministry, Askolani, said that the government will decide on due time the proportions of the program vaccine scheme, which according to plan will be bigger than the independent vaccine from the national vaccinations target. Government is continuing the review and prepare appropriately to determine the exact budget. From all sources, IDX Channel. Market headlines will be right back after this quick break.
Seiring dengan penutupan dari Bursa Wall Street, di mana S&P kembali mencatatkan rekor tertinggi sepanjang sejarah, membuat IHSG juga pada pagi hari ini dibuka di teritori positif, pemirsa.
Kedua, pasar masih melihat adanya proses recovery yang terus berjalan.
Sementara di Asia kita lihat berakhir positif juga pada perdagangan Jumat kemarin setelah rilis data ekonomi di wilayah Eropa dan Amerika yang mengalami penguatan.
Welcome back to Market Headlines. Yes, viewers, seems like weak economic growth due to COVID-19 pandemic doesn't stop Indonesian startups to shine. And for instance, local drink startup House Indonesia that just secured investment fund of 30 billion rupiah from BRI Ventures. Creating startup is a risk, but it is entrepreneurs who secure investors that make it successfully through the sea of competition. For example, local drink startup House. The company has secured 30 billion rupiah investment from BRI Ventures. The CEO of House Indonesia, Gufron Sharif, said that the strategic and financial support obtained will be used for business innovation, such as developing food menus and increasing variety of drinks. Apart from business innovation, fresh funds will be used to develop the brand and expand the House network. And until now, House Indonesia has employed 800 employees to operate 109 outlets, and this figure will continue to grow in line with the business expansion. From all sources, IDX Channel. And yes, viewers, to achieve startup ambition, mainly the company has to raise enough capital to take enterprise off the ground and to validate the idea of the market with more users. And some startups have a hard time focusing on reaching proof points because they needed to raise capital to keep the lights on, but no investors. But however, one Indonesian's local drink startup, House Indonesia, finally got its leap, and the company reached Series A funding, reaching 30 billion rupiah from BRI Ventures. Well, this is a proof that startup Indonesia as well as food and beverages industry is very promising. And therefore, live by Zoom, we are going to have further discussions with the CEO itself, Gufron Sharif. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello, Sarah. I'm fine. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for asking, sir. Sir, first of all, congratulations for securing Series A funding worth 30 billion, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, I want to know, how is the funding mechanism between House Indonesia with the BRI Ventures?
Okay, BRI Ventures now becoming one of the stockholders in House Indonesia. But sorry, I cannot disclose how many shares that they have right now.
All right, sir. So can you tell us a little bit more about House Indonesia, because we are very interested in here.
House Indonesia? Okay, we started House Indonesia 2.5 years ago. We are a beverage made-to-order company focusing on the market C segment at the very first beginning. But now we expand our market to the B segment as well.
All right, sir. So it has been 2 years, and then you have secured so many ventures in here. So with all the cash, I mean, you can use that for business related. And what is your priority right now?
Our priority right now is to expand our store. We're planning to add 100 more stores in 2031. But also we're gonna add the house application that we can make the order, delivery order, and takeaway order from the application.
All right,
and of
sir.
course, yeah.
All right, so it is more to expansions of the places itself and also with the digital development, right, sir?
Yeah, okay.
All right, sir. So you mentioned that in 2021, House Indonesia will expand about 100 stores. And how about in 2020? Yeah. How many stores that House Indonesia has had?
In 2022, we are planning to increase another 200 stores. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, the additional store came from the retail earning. Because right now, House itself was already profitable, so we can expand generate from our retail earning. But from the additional fund from BPI, it can affect the process.
All right, sir. So if we talk about this as literally House in Indonesia means, it means like thirsty. I mean, in English, it means thirsty. Yeah. And how about the food itself that House Indonesia provide?
Okay. Actually, we have food as well. We serve toast, but the focus is still in the beverage. The toast is only to increase the basket size for the transaction.
All right, sir. So it's a complementary because the beverages is the main course in here, right, sir?
Yeah.
And yes, sir, when we talk about startup industry, in the startup world, the survival of the fittest is really fit into the quote itself. And how can House Indonesia survive in the midst of pandemic and to survive with the startup itself? Because so many competitions going on in here.
Okay, first of all, we are quite lucky because all of our stores are not in the mall area. Yeah, all of our stores are located in suburban area. So because most of beverage brands suffering the most, yeah, from the pandemic are the ones that located in the mall. So we are quite lucky. But however, we are also focusing our marketing strategy and budget in the online delivery. So in order to survive in this pandemic situation, we're focusing on the online sales.
All right, sir. I find it's really interesting because you say that House Indonesia put its stores not in the mall. How interesting in here. So what is your market segment actually?
Our market segment is the C-class because when we first started House, actually there was no brand leader in the market C-class for the beverage made to order. Most of them who start the beverage made to order are focusing in the B and the middle up market. So that's why House tries to enter this segment and becoming the brand leader in this segment.
All right, so that's the reason on how House Indonesia can gather so much attention from the public because the segmentations is from low to middle, even to middle to up. So House Indonesia can reach all of them. That's really clever move, sir. And how about the business expansion itself? You say that in 2021 you want to open up 100 other stores. Do you have any business innovations other than that?
Of course, we regularly launch a new product every 3 or 4 months. Yeah, so in the F&B business, innovation is very important. So we keep do the research and for the product and research for the customer behavior.
All right, that's really wonderful, sir, on how House Indonesia can develop to be a big brand and have secured a Series A funding. Thank you for your time with us, sir.
Thank you, Clara.
Yes, sir. Good evening. And yes, viewers, COVID-19 has definitely had an impact on F&B industry, but at the same time, that's the business mentality of its founders. And some who choose to continue to accelerate their business carry out the transformations to take advantage of existing range of services. And for that, what House Indonesia did is really in a good track. And then, viewers, stay with us because Market Headlines will be right back after this quick break.
welcome back to Market Headlines. And viewers, let's take a look at Jakarta Composite Index intraday movement. So earlier today, JCI was open at the level of 5,959.28. What a good start. And approaching closing from the first session, the index was closed at the level of 6,000.7. Finally, and then the index was showing strengthening then by the second session's closing time. The index was closed at the level of 6,012.51. And in short, JCI went up 1.25%. And next, we are going to see the sectoral movement. Leading the dynamics of today's trading, we got trade as the leader of the strengthening trend that went up 2.22%. Mining went up 2.02%. And Miss Industry went down 0.13%. And agriculture went down 0.09%. And moving on to the top gainers and the top losers, here are the key highlights from today's trading sessions. BRIS went up 21.01% to the level of 2,160 rupiah per share. EXCL went up 6.5% to the level of 2,620 rupiah per share. We got Antam that went up 5.17% to the level of 1,525 rupiah per share. And HMSP that went up 4.5% to the level of 1,625 rupiah per share. I mean, time for the top losers for today's trading. We got TWOR that went down 1.97% to the level of 995 rupiah per share. And we got BSDE that went down 2.59% to the level of 1,085 rupiah per share. And we got SMRA that went down 1.85% to the level of 795 rupiah per share. And we got SOCI that went down 2.59% to the level of 226 rupiah per share. And next, viewers, we're going to start to see the intraday movement of rupiah towards US dollar. So rupiah mainly opened at the level of 14,158. But rupiah also showing weakening trend towards US dollar. I was closed at the level of 14,093. And in summary, rupiah went down 0.13%. Yes, viewers, Matahari Putra Prima has announced its latest collaborations with Tokopedia. The collaborations aims to strengthen its online business and improve the company's performance.
To improve its performance, Matahari Putra Prima has announced its latest collaboration with Tokopedia. This new collaboration is carried out to bring more complete food and household products to the Tokopedia platform, with more than 100 million monthly active users in the midst of the COVID-19 situation. Not only that, this collaboration aims to put the company in a strong partnership to strengthen the company's O2O omni-channel as the largest food retail company on the online platform in Indonesia. Director and Corporate Secretary of Matahari Putra Prima, Dani Kojongian, stated that a total of 23 outlets in Jabodetabek are ready to support this collaboration, while the company will add more outlets nationally to the platform throughout the 2021 and 2020 periods. Matahari Putra Prima continues to strengthen its online business offering as a strategic O2O with offline outlets as a new strategic direction towards 2021 and beyond. In the midst of the COVID-19 situation, in recent months, the company has raised its standards in strengthening its hypermart online and chat and shop e-commerce, which now includes 103 stores across the country. From all sources, for IDX Channel.
And yes, viewers, as epidemiologists demanded the government to draw emergency brake to reduce the transmissions of COVID-19, the COVID-19 Handling Task Force stated that it cannot be done automatically and must go through various considerations.
The COVID-19 Handling Task Force responded to suggestions from the public that advised the government to draw a national emergency brake in order to reduce the rate of transmission of COVID-19. However, this cannot be done automatically and must go through various considerations. Spokesperson for the COVID-19 Handling Task Force, Wicky Adrian, say that the strict implementation of large-scale social restrictions, or PSBB, requires careful considerations by taking a multi-sectoral approach.
Perlu diingat, walaupun pada esensinya kasus COVID-19 merupakan permasalahan kesehatan, namun dampaknya dirasakan terhadap berbagai sektor lainnya. Oleh karena itu, kebijakan yang diambil dengan harus menggunakan pendekatan multisektor dan memperhatikan berbagai aspek lainnya.
The task force stated that the central and local governments need to take into account the principles of the opening and closing stages of the sector during a pandemic. From all sources, for IDX Channel.
Here is an update data about coronavirus globally. And the news close our market headlines today. Please enjoy our next program on IDX Channel, your trustworthy economic, business and capital market channel. And one thing to be underlined, even though vaccines have arrived, it doesn't mean that we can ignore health protocol. Keep using your mask, physical distancing and washing your hand often, because it may take a long time to get vaccines distributed. So I'm Clara Antawijaya. Have a nice evening and stay safe.
Jar, Pak Koris.
Ngapain nih?
Apa kabar? Lagi main aja, Pak?
Lagi main aja.
Ini sama temanku Andrea, Pak.
Oh iya, halo Pak Andrea.
Koris.
Kita udah jalan-jalan sih tadi.
Jalan ya. Mau kemana habis ini?
Masih lanjut lagi sih.
Oh gitu. Kebetulan kita lagi ada ini loh, show unit baru.
Oh ya? Mau dong Pak, aku lagi nyari-nyari rumah soalnya.
Oh kebetulan sekali ya. Oke, kita langsung aja ke sana ya.
Dekat, serius.
Boleh banget.
Oke.
Dekat banget kok ya.
Boleh.
Kita ke sana ya.
Siap.
Oke,
Let's go, Andrea.